So for me, the first important step of getting started with tech is finding your niche. So I talk about this a lot across all of my social media platforms because I feel that finding your area in tech is really important because that is what you're going to use to center your training, your resume, and all of your job search around. In order for you to find kind of your area in tech, you can take two approaches. The first approach would be to look at your current skills and the things that you enjoy and match that to job roles or job areas in tech. So for example, if you have a STEM background and for some crazy reason you really enjoy mathematics, then you could look at becoming a software engineer. But if you have more of an artsy background and you enjoy, for example, design, then I would suggest you look into UX and UI design. So that is one really good way of finding an area of tech which you can work in. For those of you who don't really know what you enjoy or want to get into tech as quickly as possible and make the most amount of money, then I would suggest you look at the most in-demand tech skills, pick one of those and make that your area of focus. Find an area in tech which has huge earning potential and lots of job opportunity and stick with it. And you might be sat there wondering, Hosanna, what are those in-demand tech skills? Well, don't worry, your fairy tech mother has you, and those are the ones I'm going to be covering today. And I'm going to talk about why they're in demand and why you should be picking them. The first and in-demand tech skill I definitely think everyone should consider getting started with is programming. Programming, which is also known as coding, is essentially the process of creating software. If you're a tech newbie, learning to program will be a very good idea because there's a number of benefits attached to it. Number one, you will have a wide range of career options as programming skills are needed across a number of different roles in tech, from software engineering all the way to data science. Number two, you will be in huge demand. There is a massive skill shortage in the tech industry and companies are desperate for people with programming skills. Number three, you will make a lot of money. People who have programming skills make well above the average, double if not triple what everybody else makes, and there is even people starting their careers with six-figure salaries. If that's not motivation, then I don't know what is. You guys will know that I learned to program at university when I did my master's, and I'm so glad that I did because I know that it's opened up so many opportunities for me and it will continue to in the future. So I definitely recommend it as a starter for those of you who are tech newbies. The second skill that I think everybody as a tech starter should consider is cloud computing. For those of you who don't know, cloud computing is essentially the delivery of computing services but across the internet. I have an entire video on that which I will pop up here for those of you who want to have a little bit more information after watching this one. Cloud computing skills, much like programming skills, are in huge demand. From Netflix to Facebook to WhatsApp to Google Drive to Dropbox, cloud computing is everywhere, and we are seeing a massive increase of the usage of the technology. 80% of all companies are predicted to migrate to the cloud by 2025, and the industry and the market itself is predicted to hit $120 billion by the end of this year. This means that the cloud providing companies such as Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Oracle are definitely going to need people with cloud skills. In fact, cloud is definitely the strategic vision of all of those companies, but also the normal companies are going to need people, right? Because if 80% of all companies migrate, everyone is going to need to have cloud skills. If you're looking to make lots of money, this is definitely the right time to jump on the cloud computing wave. The average salary of a cloud computing role in the United States is over $117,000, and actually cloud computing solution architects are some of the highest paid people across the entire tech industry. Data science has been quoted as one of the sexiest jobs of the 21st century, and that is why I definitely have it on my list as one of the in-demand tech skills that newbies should be considering. And not just data scientists, any role in data is really hot right now. From data scientist to data analyst to data engineer, all roles in data are in huge demand and you should definitely be looking at them. Companies currently have huge amounts of unknown and unused data, which in the industry is known as dark data. This is estimated at about 7 septillion gigabytes of data, which companies get absolutely no benefit from, and that is where data science comes in. Data science is the process of extracting insights and knowledge from data, which companies can then use to make decisions. These decisions made from the insights can help companies to save money, increase efficiency, and even grow profit. That is why data science skills are so in demand, so well paid, and so definitely where you should consider starting your tech career. For my creative people, UX/UI design is definitely the next area of tech that you should consider starting with. UX design is the area which focuses on how well an application works, whereas UI design focuses on the aesthetics of the application. As the internet continues to grow and more applications and websites are created, there's a huge demand for UX and UI designers. This is a great area of tech because there's still a very high salary attached to these roles. It is very much in demand, as I said, and also it is one of the areas in tech where there's less of a requirement to learn to code. So some UX designers do code and it can be beneficial, but it's not required for you to start your career in that space. So a great option for those of you who love technology but don't necessarily want to go into programming. Cybersecurity is a very growing area of tech and is definitely skills which are in demand right now, especially since the pandemic hit. So you should definitely add cybersecurity as one of the skills to consider starting with if you're looking to break into tech. The global cyber threat continues to grow rapidly with the rising number of data breaches each year. In 2019 alone, it was reported that 7.9 billion records were exposed to data breaches and malicious attacks. Cybersecurity attacks are expensive and it actually costs companies billions to have to deal with data breaches each year. And not to mention, it often ruins the company's reputation. That is why cybersecurity skills will always be in demand and always bring in the big bucks. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of the How to Get Started with Tech series. This week we discussed skills, and next week we're going to discuss how you can get these skills. So what resources you can be using to start skilling up in tech. So I hope this video was useful. Please go like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye.